Right, hi guys. I just thought instead of sending photos, putting photos up, I do a video. So then you get an explanation of what the score is with the car, what's been done, why it's been done, and why it's still in the condition it's in. So I shall switch. Okay, she is in the Scimitar Owners Club, and it is alarmed with a hawk alarm and immobiliser and central locking. So those of you that wanted to see the inside, this is the inside of the car. There are still some bits that need finishing. It is not complete. Unfortunately, Facebook on their adverts doesn't allow you to see exactly, well, to put in everything that I've done to her. I did start explaining it and ran out of space, so I thought, you know what, I'll leave it, I'll do a video, and then you can see exactly what condition she's in. Now, I do have a problem with the rear windows. Those windows there, both sides, leak like crazy. I was going to cut them out, put Perspex tinted Perspex sealed in there. I've tried silicone in it, it doesn't work. The seals are 120 quid each from the Scimitar Club, which is the only place you can get them, and I can't afford to pay for them. Not now, I've got so much going on. That rear panel I do have still in its original condition, it's just not in the car because I discovered there was a leak. I pulled it all out so I could sort the leak out, and then discovered it's that window. Alright, as a result of the leaks, the back seat is not in. I took it out when I discovered the leak to protect it. I've got some original parts there for the car in case anybody wants to put it back. Carry a water bottle and a fire extinguisher because it's a Reliant Scimitar, you just never know. The floors need a good clean. I think it needs new carpets, in fairness. I did start doing the carpet as best I could myself because I'm working on a very small budget. Now I'm on benefits now, I'm not working anymore, and the Scimitar is killing me financially. But what I can do, as you can tell, the dash isn't stock. Alright, so we turn the ignition on. And as you can tell, the dash all comes up digital clock. And there we go. That actually tells you what voltage you've got coming in, so you know you've got good voltage. Yeah, miles per hour, trip distance, so on and so forth. It's only done 1,094 miles since I fitted it. The car only had 28,000 on it initially when I bought it. You've got a stereo that's got Android Auto. You can plug it in so it'll mirror your phone. It's also got the one for iPhone. Electric windows here. Ashtray, don't know if any of you smoke. I did convert it to automatic. All this has been rebuilt by myself. It's all solid wood. I've even got a pocket there where I keep all my junk, but that'll be emptied, so don't worry. This is artificial velvet, not velvet, suede. Really nice material. Got it there. Depend on which way you rub it, it could do with a bit of a clean. Actually, I've been driving it a lot. Glove box just needs finishing, but there's plenty of space there to make a glove box in there. Even done the Reliant logo on there. Under there at the back is a Mercedes blower, and yes, it does work. At the minute I've just got a single speed switch, and that just blows onto the windscreen. It doesn't blow through these vents as of yet, because I've not got round to sorting it. The original heater matrix is still in there, but as you can tell, she runs like a dream. She revs well. Pop the bonnet. Let's get the bonnet up. She does need a respray. The car isn't perfect. The wiring needs tidying up, but it's all done, ready and raring. Alarm system. This is an earthing box that I made myself. You've got all your earthing terminals in there, all nice and tidy, out of the way. Relays for the headlights just here. New washer bottle and a header tank, which these don't come with as standard. You could do with a new air filter at some point. Good fuel pump. Stainless steel exhaust manifolds, and they go right the way back. There's no mid boxes in it. Custom built steering column. So now if you do have an accident, it will fold rather than the steering wheel coming into you. And under here, let me get this off. Good smooth fit. Under there, we've got two fans running, one there and a big one there, and a nice big radiator. Even in the heat of summer, she doesn't overheat, she stays nice and cool. We'll pop this back down. Custom bonnet vents I made myself, just need tidying up and finishing off. The paint job does need doing. It's not perfect, it's far from it. There's lots of flaws all over the car. But mechanically, everything that needs to be done has been done. The car's been all over the place. It's been to Carburg from Leicester. It's been well driven. So it is on the road. Got full LED tail lights, custom built myself. She sounds really nice from the back as well. LED tail lights there, look. And pop the hazards on. And you see the tail light strobe with the indicators. There's no mistaking which way you're going. Come down this side of the car. Of course, I see mirrors fitted both sides. Can have electrics put on, but I haven't wired them up to the electrics yet. As you can tell, there's your indicators. Custom built. Running amber LEDs. That grill is actually a grill now and goes right the way through, so you're getting extra air coming into the car. I've done a lot. The roof edging is coming away and it's bubbled in places for some reason, but the roof doesn't leak. It's just these two windows that leak. And because they're leaking so badly, we've had a lot of bad weather and my car's stored outside. Because it's leaking so bad, I'm getting a lot of mold build up. That panel needs taking off, cleaning and sorting out. The roof liner needs doing. I've made a start on the interior, sorted the visors out. Sun visors are all recovered. That one's the same. So they're all recovered. Roof opens. I had to rebuild that. So that all works now. I have all the other pieces. I just haven't got round to putting it together because I've not been well enough. The roof does open, as you can see. Can't get all the parts for it, so I've had to make do with what I could do. I've rebuilt all this. That's all handmade by myself out of marine ply. So it won't rot or anything, but it works. I have the bar that's missing. Give the car a rev just so she... There we go. Turn the hazards off. You got indicators on stalk, so it's left, right, flash, on, and this side you've got the windscreen wipers. You push it in for the washers. Now they all work. Second speed. Get good voltage. Oil pressure. Right, now I put an LED bulb in the back of that, and it's pressing against the back of the oil pressure. I shall sort that out before it's sold. Just got to pop the clock back out and sort it out. Temperature, that doesn't actually do anything. It's just there to fill the hole, because I did have the original switch on it until it jacked up on me. So you've got USB ports on the front of the stereo. There's a USB port lead from the back of the stereo. I've got to put the cigarette lighter socket back in there. But there, that's the insides. Done all the steering wheel, although I've got to redo this before she goes because it's starting to look a little tatty. The steering wheel looks pretty good, I think. Personal opinion. I did redo all the door card, but it didn't come out quite as well as I'd planned. But the original door card is behind it, so it could be put back to standard. I just added this because of my disability. I struggle to reach out to grab the door, and I put a Mercedes door latch this side, and yes, it does work. Central locking works. The electric windows do work, but I've got a wiring issue on the back of the switch, or the live's not live for some strange reason, which I shall sort. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of work been done. There's a 40 amp cutout there that kills the ignition and the electronic power steering, so if ever you have an issue, you can just press that button and it can kill everything. Fuse box, ignition barrel, the lot. That will trip the lot. No power. Okay. Battery's now in the boot, because I relocated it. There is a fuse there. Forgetting, I've got it looking at me. 40 amp trip there. That trips everything. That's what I was talking about. That kills ignition, everything. Alright, bonnet pull. It just needs bolting up. Fuse there. That's also for the power steering column. This side, tucked just up there, is the relays. So that one there, the knob on the top of it. This one, it's a proper LED indicator relay, and it's adjustable. You can adjust the speed that it flashes at. That little knob, I don't know if you can see that. I'll put my finger behind it. This knob here controls the speed of the indicators. Okay, that's it. You can see it now when the phone focuses. There we go. That controls the speed of the indicators. Now I fitted that, the rear indicators, when I first put the indicators on with the original relay. Obviously being LED, they didn't work properly. I replaced it with an LED, a standard LED indicator, and the rear indicators were not flashing right. The timing was off. They were doing like one strobe and a bit before they shut off, whereas now they just strobe nicely, shut off, strobe nicely, shut off. So I wouldn't recommend playing with that, but you can if you want to. But that's the car. I know in the advert it kind of came across as she was perfect. She's far from perfect. She still needs a lot of work. She still needs a lot of love. But I've got her as far as I can with my health. That's the seat I recovered. that seat, the base, is also thinner, so it'll serve for somebody much taller now. I actually thinned the foam down. So I'm 6'3" and I can fit in here quite nicely. Okay, ignore the mess in the boot. It was a John Dangerfield car at some point, Bristol. Got the GTE badge, V6 badge I've put on. Scimitar letters are all there. Petrol cap's a bit of a faff. Tow bar wiring's done and does work. I've tested that. Open the boot. And that's the boot. It needs a new carpet. The interior is probably the worst part of the car. You get the interior sorted and you'll be laughing, you'll have a really nice motor. Like I say, the mould is getting quite bad because it's been stood outside through the winter and the bad weather. The battery's now down there. Here's my bag. There's the battery. It's normally got a bigger battery on it, but I took it off to charge it and just dumped the original round one back on. There's a bracket here that bolts to bolt it down. The bracket for bolting the battery down, which needs to be done. Yeah, so that's it. That's the car. It does need work, it does need finishing. The paint job will get you by for now. It's one colour, but that's about as far as I go with the paint job. It's got little bits all over the place. The paint was a nightmare when I got it. I gave it a rough coat of paint when I bought it, and unfortunately I didn't know not to put a tarp over the car because it blisters the paint and damages the fiberglass, apparently. Well, I did put a tarp over it because I didn't have the Webesto roof in it initially. Let's pop them back in there so I know where they are. There we go. Locked. Unlocked. So there we go. It's a GTE. It's a nice car. It sounds nice. It drives really well. It's on the road. It's my daily driver. Yeah, I'd drive it anyway and trust it. I would. It's proven to be very reliable. The engine is fully rebuilt. I've done so much to it. It would be almost impossible to list everything. Front suspension's all been rebuilt. The only thing it does need on the front suspension is the top trunnion. I think it's on the passenger side. Could do with being replaced. Ball joints have all been done. It's had all new bushes on the front. I've not changed the bushes on the back because I was told it was done before I bought the car. When I looked at it, got it up in the air, everything looked good, so I've kind of left that alone. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you really. It is what it is. It's a good car, it runs well, it drives well. Yes, it's not stock, it's far from it, but I never wanted a stock car. I was never planning on selling it. It was going to be, I've always wanted a Scimitar. It was my dream car. But my health's reached a point now where I'm just not well enough to finish it off. I can't do it now. Money's tight, I'm moving away. I've got this thing to now. I've got that thing to finish off there. Yeah, I need the money to finish the van because we're moving away. We're leaving Leicester. Yeah, it is what it is. I won't take much less than £4 grand. I've spent over 6 on it, sorting it out. Nigel knows me very well down at QRG now with all the parts I bought off of him, and the amount of times I've rang him hassling him for advice. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. If you have any more questions, please feel free to message me and I'll try and answer whatever I can as honestly as I can. It is a nice sale. I'm going to cry to see it go. just can't do it anymore. Funds don't allow. Take care, guys, and good luck to whoever decides to buy her. Take it easy. Bye.